No one had ever done anything like that. So whenever they came out, where they wore their full makeup, they had their outfits going. And by the way, their outfits are all based on classic monsters, by the way. With Gene Simmons' boots are based on Godzilla. So he said that they wanted to come out and give the crowd nothing that they had ever seen before. So you see these fireballs shooting out, you see this drum kit that's raised up, you see these guys coming out in full makeup looking like monsters playing music. You have no idea what you're watching, but you will remember it. And that's what Gene Simmons wanted to do. And he said every concert they did, they wanted to do it as big and as loud and as memorable as possible.
I mean, there's a Kiss Army. There's a literal Kiss Army. Like, not a literal, but there's a Kiss Army. There is a thing called the Kiss Army.
Yes, no, they're not going to be deployed anytime soon. But there's a thing called a Kiss Army, which costs $50 a year. If anybody out there wants to join, you can go on the Kiss website. The way that started, I can't remember the full story, but the guy who started that, he demanded to hear Kiss on the radio. And the radio station said they don't play Kiss. So the guy said, listen, if you don't play Kiss by 5 p.m., I'm going to round up thousands of fans to come around your radio station and demand Kiss. And at 5 p.m., there was literally thousands of people surrounded this radio station. And that's what the birth of the Kiss Army was. And they played Kiss so that they would go away.
And then they invaded Michigan.
I'm sorry?
I just had a visual of a bunch of Kiss fans attacking Michigan.
But it's pretty neat that, it's all based on these people that love this music, and they wanted to hear this on the radio station saying, no, we're not going to do that. And they said, fine, we'll show up and protest your radio station. So that's how they got that going. And Gene loves it, obviously, because it's his music.
And you get $50 a year. Oh, who gets that money?
I'm sure it's Gene Simmons. I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
I know. I think you have your podcast army. How much does it cost to join your podcast army?
It's free. If you want to go, check it out on Spotify.
Send me $30.
Classic American movies.
Venmo me some money, please. I gotta tell you, the cinematographer on this film, he turned out pretty good. John Leonetti, he went on to do Joe Dirt, Insidious. He had worked on Spy Hard and The Mask and Child's Play 3 before this, Tales from the Crypt. He did Mortal Kombat before this, but he also did Piranha 3D, which I think looks brilliant, and The Conjuring, which I think is an excellent looking film. And he went on to direct Annabelle, Wish Upon in the Silence too. So this dude, I mean, he was already established when he shot this movie, and he's moved up. So it looks good. I mean, what do you think about the heightened style of this? There are scenes where he said he didn't have enough time, so he just did a lot of up angles on actors. But there's a lot of, when Jam gets dropped off at the Catholic school, it's shot in a very, I don't know, heightened cartoonish-esque way. Did you kind of like those shots at all, or no?
No, I loved them. I felt like whenever when we're in with Jam, when he's going to the Catholic school, you feel like you're watching him going to prison almost. And to him, this is a prison because he's not with his friends anymore. He can't dress the way that he wanted to. And, like Lin Shaye says to him, hopefully, this is in a deleted scene, we will see how you'll react whenever you have a child and they start listening to the Satan's music and smoking the dope.
And I like that they had to build that gate outside of the place just to make it look scarier.
And it was as big as the frame.
I love that. And I love their 1 foot miniature that they used as a giant sign. I dug that.
I like things like that. I like to go online and see if anyone's selling those props, because sometimes these guys have these props and they just don't care about them anymore. There's prop warehouses that are dedicated to all these things. But I like to go online to see if people sell these still online. Somebody has them. And I like to collect things like that. Like, I got a signed autographed poster from John Russo, who's the last surviving person who created the Night of the Living Dead. And he does reprints of the original posters, and then he'll sign them for you. So it's kind of neat to have things like that. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's cool. All right, so how about this, Chris Kelly? Let's take a quick break. Wait, Chris Love Gun Kelly, and then when we come back, we'll talk more Detroit Rock City. How's that sound?
That sounds awesome.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. Chris, I have a surprise for you. Oh, wait, Chris Kelly. Jeez Louise, what just happened there? Chris Kelly, I have a surprise for you.
Is it, you forgot to say my full name, Mark. I can't recognize what you're saying. Let's say my full name.
Christopher Love Gun Kelly.
Yeah, how's it going?
All right, I have something for you. Let's do a Lin Shaye movie draft. that you can vote for the day after this is released on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. You will love it. So Chris Kelly, pick a number, pick 1 or 2.
2.
Yep. So you got first pick, Chris. We're going to do a Lin Shaye draft. Jeez Louise.
We're going to do a Love Gun Lin Shaye draft.
Love Gun Lin Shaye.
You know what? I'm gonna speak honestly here. I knew you were gonna do this, and I didn't prep for it.
Good.
I knew it. I'm not even kidding you. I was sitting here and I was thinking a couple of days ago. I was like, I bet Mark's gonna do a Lin Shaye movie draft.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it happened. I was like, whenever you said that, I was like, son of a gun, I knew it. What didn't I do?
Oh my gosh.
All right. So. Are we talking about movies that Lin Shaye was in general, or are we talking about movies that she was the main star of?
Anything. Just no TV shows. And no 3-second cameos. It's got to be...
Okay. I got you.
All right.
So my first pick is going to be Insidious.
Oh, I love her. I love that she's the star of those movies now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You and I talked about how they were doing a spin-off with Specs and Server. Is it Specs and Server? Or is it
Specs and Tucker?
Specs and Tucker. And she was going to be the lead in those. And I said that idea, and that was going to happen. I'm not sure if that's still happening, but I love that idea.
Well, they did the third and fourth one she's starring in. Or you're saying you want the Tucker and... Oh, it's Tucker and Specs. Yeah, Tucker and Specs. Did you... Because she started 3 and 4. She was the main... hero. Is that what you were saying?
No, they have a whole another series.
Oh man, I would just give me it. And they make money, dude.
Do they ever?
The last one made, I think, 300 million worldwide. Something, well, at least 200 million. I know it's a big gap, but for a movie that's budgeted 20 million to make 200 million worldwide, it's clear you got to make another.
Yeah, that's definitely money. Well, The Last Key, is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah, and then
that was $10 million budget, but it grossed 167 million, which that's money in the bank.
All right, I'm gonna go super obvious and just do Kingpin because that's one of the most memorable, tiny roles ever. So I'm gonna give her that.
Oh yeah, especially everything she does in that movie is just it's funny but gross at the same time.
Yeah,
it's fantastic stuff. All right, I'm gonna go with Critters.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that movie. She was in Critters 2. She talked about that 2 years ago on the 30th anniversary on Mick Garris's.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Podcast. Yeah, although I'd say Critters 2 is probably the lesser of them, but it's still enjoyable. I strongly recommend checking it out.
Which one features the critter getting its scalp blown off so it looks like it's bald?
Maybe that was Critters 3.
Got it.
I don't know. How many of those movies didn't they just make a movie?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
They just did one not that long ago. I might be mistaken, but they came out like a year or two ago.
All right, I'm going to be super cheap here, and I'm going to pick Nightmare on Elm Street. I got to do it.
But she's in that for less than 30 seconds. Come on. She's the teacher.
I mean, she's a great teacher.
That's like me saying Running Man.
Say Running Man.
I'm not saying Running Man. Dude, she doesn't even have a character name in that.
I mean, that's a major character in that movie.
Propaganda officer?
Yes.
Come on.
The propaganda that she officered to people was amazing.
You know, Mark, I'm throwing caution to the wind here, and I am going to do...
You know what? Never mind. I'm going to pick Snakes on a Plane because you're throwing a fit, and a happy Chris Kelly is a happy Mark Hoffmeyer. You guys don't know about Chris Kelly when he's unhappy. He pouts, pillows go fly. He rips couches up.
Belt buckles blown off your face. They call him Exploding Buckles Kelly.
On film set, he would just disappear for hours. Where's Chris Kelly? Oh, he's angry again.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, you go find him this time.
Buckles as far as the eye can see. I'm going to go with Dumb and Dumber.
Doesn't she have a tiny role in that one?
She does, but it's not as tiny as Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, my God. All right, well, I'm going to do Something About Mary.
Oh, you would.
Well, Chris, these are normally extremely fun drafts for me. I look forward to these, but this is the most stressful draft, most volatile thing I've ever put together. What's going on here?
This is worse this is more stressful than the draft that we did for Requiem for a Dream.
Oh man, Yeah, Keith David.
Oh, shoot. I'm gonna, no, 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 no. What's some other ones?
This is not the normal draft. Chris Kelly is just grumpy, so just know that. Listen to all the other ones; they're fun.
All right. I'm gonna go with Big Ass Spider.
Oh yeah, that's actually fun. Get some Greg Gumberg in there.
Yeah, I like that guy. He's that guy that looks like he would have been a great actor. He would have been a well-known actor, but he likes to stick with B movies, kind of like Bruce Campbell. But Bruce Campbell then became big.
I gotta tell you though, when Bruce Campbell had his little cameo in Congo, and he's like, "Oh, this whole island's doing a shimmy," and I'm like, "Oh man, that's a Bruce Campbell just B movied that Congo movie up."
Have you ever went on his website? It's a lot of fun.
Well, no, I think I don't know. I've read all his books and I listen to all his commentaries, but I've never been on that.
His website's a lot of fun. Like if you want to send him an email or book him for something, he's like, "Let's not waste my time. Here's my guidelines."
Oh no, so the Comic Cons, I worked with him many times, and what I like about him is he expects so he's really cool. Him and his handler Mike Estes are super cool, but they just expect their line to be super nailed down. And I kind of like that about working his lines because they tell you, what I like is they tell you exactly what they want, which I like. Mm-hmm. And then there's other actors who you set up their line like, well, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. And you're like, geez Louise. But with him, he's like, yeah, I like this, to have this set up, have someone there, do this, do that. And it makes it flow really good. And so I appreciate that. He wants to get all those signatures done for people. So it has to be professionally run. And I love it. Mm-hmm.
I like people who want to do things professionally, especially since he knows that his character is sold through his fans. So if his fans need to be satisfied in order for him to continue in his path.
All right, here's what I'm picking next for my fourth pick, and you're gonna love it. I'm gonna pick Detroit Rock City.
Oh, classic Hoffmeyer.
All right, Chris Kelly, last one.
All right, last one. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna do Ouija. What are you laughing for?
The first one or the Revenge? The good one?
They all kind of suck in my opinion.
The second one's good. The second one, wasn't that Mike Flanagan who directed the second?
I'm gonna say you're probably right about that. I know the origin. Let me see. You know what? I like Mike Flanagan, but I don't like Mike Flanagan. Yes, you're correct. He did the second one. I'm gonna go with the second one only because I enjoyed that one more than I did. I like Mike Flanagan's style where he doesn't use much music. He puts the viewer in the situation, so you feel like you're actually there. I like that, but I also don't like how he does it. He puts almost no music, where it's just kind of like you'll have a scene where there is nothing in the background, and you're just like watching somebody walk for 30 seconds. Drives me nuts sometimes.
I love a good walking scene with no music.
That's why I like Midnight Cowboy.
Potato. We're walking here. Oh, geez, that's a good movie. Was she in that? No, she wasn't. Now, here's what I'm going to do. And I don't care that she was in this movie for a little bit, because there's a couple cameos in this film that are outstanding. I'm going to pick the Three Stooges. Because there's a guy during one of these scenes that's walking into a party. And I got to tell you, Chris Kelly, tall, blonde guy. He gives a little head nod to somebody walking in. He's sharply dressed. She's in it, but that one person doing a cameo in that film is why Three Stooges gets my final pick. And if you don't know who that guy is,
if you're wondering who that tall blonde man that looks similar to Mark Hoffmeyer.
So yeah, that's why I picked Three Stooges. Got to do it.
Ah, cool. All right. Those are my picks.
We got to throw some love to Lin Shaye. She's great. And I love Elise from the Insidious franchise. I love that she's headlining these movies now, and they're making $180 million worldwide on $20 million budgets. Like that's something not many people can say. So I really dig that about her.
Not only that, but she's been in the game forever, and I guess this is probably her third resurgence as an actress. Like she definitely is taking herself again and again and again and taking it to the next level. So we know her as the mom character, then we know her as the older mom character, which there is a difference. And now we know her as the woman who is doing the surveillance videos for the paranormal. And I mean, those are three different types of characters. And she's brought herself back time and time again, which I think is awesome. I'm glad to see that she's doing it.
Lin Shaye.
She's great. I've always liked her.
All right. So we haven't gotten too much into the movie. So here's what I'm thinking. These kids, they have these tickets. Lin Shaye, Jam's mom burns them. They have a bunch of foibles, but they end up borrowing a car, driving to Detroit, dealing with some